Hi, I'm Callie from CRK Training. Have you ever been told that you need to be the boss of the horse? Or have you ever been told that you need to be more aggressive in order to get the horse to pay attention and to listen to you and to do what you're telling them to do? In this week's video show, I'd like to talk about the idea of aggression, of dominance, and of whether we really need the horse to submit and if fear and intimidation are necessary in the training process. So the idea of dominance theory is one that is very common in the horse world, and it basically just states that in order for us to be successful with horses, we need to be the dominant individual. The horse needs to see us as the strongest individual and as the leader, otherwise they're not going to respond. And this is taught very widely, and it's something that honestly years ago when I first started, I kind of fell into it too, and I kind of went along with it. But the more that I studied horses, the more that I paid attention to how I related with my horses in my own training, and the more that I learned about the science of how horses think and how they interact with each other in their herds, the more I realized that this idea of dominance and aggression in training is just not necessary. The horse is a very social animal. He actually values togetherness and friendship more than he values having a leader. And in a training situation, I think that putting the focus on teaching the horse the right response and working with the horse in a way that makes him willing and happy to respond correctly is not only a better way to train in that it's more fun, in that it's safer for both the horse and the human, but it's also just more ethical. So we don't have to use fear, or we don't have to use intimidation, and we don't have to use aggression in order to have a horse that's very responsive and that works happily, both on the ground and under saddle. When we're working with horses, there are times that we need to be assertive, that we need to be willing to raise our pressure, to be consistent with our pressure, and sometimes we have to get pretty loud and big just to protect ourselves. However, being assertive is very different than being aggressive, because when we're being aggressive, we're looking to use fear, we're looking to use strength, and we're really kind of looking for submission from the horse. When we're being assertive, we're simply being clear on what we're asking the horse to do, and we're being very clear in the way that we're using learning and the way that we're using pressures or the way that we're giving rewards so that the horse understands how to interact with us in a way that is good for both of us and that creates a better working relationship between us and our horse. If you'd like to learn more about the social behavior of horses and why dominance and aggression are just not necessary in training, then I'd like to share an article with you that I wrote on my blog. And there's a link below where you can access it. I'd also love to hear from you. So leave a comment and tell me what you think and what your experiences are. So as always, the best conversation happens at crktrainingblog.com. Go there now. I look forward to seeing your comments.